All right, man. The new NBA 2K rankings got everybody talking about who's the best players in the NBA. Now, before they really dropped all those rankings, we had already kind of dove head first into that conversation with my brother Ray Caesar Leo. He dropped his NBA top 15, if not last week, I think week four last, something like that. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah, yeah,
And we got some good run up out of that. You know, now
yeah.
if y'all didn't see that segment, you know what I'm saying, Caesar, go ahead and let them know, man, who your top 15 was.
All right, from the top, because we won't linger too much on it because we want to get to a fresh set of list and top 15. Here's my list from when I dropped it: Devin Booker, Jamal Murray, Luca, Trey Young, Donovan Mitchell. Right. All right, 10 through 6. Um, Again, a who's who. Now you're really talking the best of the best, in my opinion. Anthony Davis, Kawhi Leonard, James Harden, Joel Embiid, and Damian Lillard. And then in my top 5, who I think are the most impactful and honestly just best players in the game today, the way they dominate, whether it be both sides of the court or just their offensive game is just that much better than everybody else's. Nikola Jokic, the MVP, Stephen Curry, the greatest shooter of all time, LeBron James, one of the most dominant players of all time, and then 2-1, Giannis Antetokounmpo and Kevin Durant. So that's my top 15, but that's old news. That's old news. And I feel like my brother is always having to host this show, so therefore he's not able to get his rocks off like he needs to. Here's what I'm asking. In this segment, is it okay if I host? If I'm able to allow you to be the guy to sit back for a minute and shine the way that you so rightly deserve?
It ain't gonna take me long. It ain't gonna take
No,
me long,
seriously.
man.
Kind of give folks an idea of what you took into account when you put together your 15. Because I think sometimes, I think that's the classic barbershop argument of what people value in an NBA player. So kind of give folks at home an idea of what you put together for your top 15 list.
Like I said, it ain't gonna take me long, America. Let's get into it. My brother gave y'all a tremendous list. He gave y'all a list. It was an A list.
Right.
Okay, beautiful graphics. But this is the list.
Okay, this is the list. All
Let's
right.
go. All right. 15, I got Brad Beal.
Okay.
Brad Beal got to be on the list. If Steph Curry gonna be on the list
Okay.
for leading the league in scoring, if Steph Curry is high on the list for leading the league in scoring, Brad Beal got to at least be in the top 15 for being like a point behind Steph Curry. Drew Randall is 14 for me. Drew Randall was like a 24-10 guy last year. Led the resurgence of the New York Knickerbockers. Was not a defensive liability, and he was on the best defense in the league with the New York Knicks. Donovan Mitchell, got to be on there. I love what Donovan does. He's a 3-level scorer, even at his height. People don't talk about him being undersized and stuff like that because he can jump so high.
Right.
But this man is listed as being shorter than Steph Curry.
That's true.
But he could just jump out the gym. 3-level scorer. That's at the rim. That's mid range. That's tray ball. He gets it done. And their team was number 1 in the West for most. Well, once my Lakers fell off. After that, they took over being number 1 in the West.
Yeah,
that's nothing to snooze on. Trey Young is at 12. I love what he does scoring the ball, but I really love what he does passing the basketball. He leaves something there defensively. Okay, he needs to study some Chris Paul tapes, and then he can move on up on this list. Anthony Davis is at 11 because Anthony Davis does not drink milk. and he's not aggressive. That's why he's down there. Even before he got hurt, he was underwhelming last year. This should be Anthony Davis's league. And as a Laker fan, I am PO'd at him not taking over this doggone league.
Now, can we pause for a minute? And I just want you to look at the rest of the guys on this panel right now.
No, Ray had him at 10. I got him at 11, so ain't no big deal. But
it's different when I say it versus when you say it.
He ain't a Laker. Yeah.
No, I'm hot behind that boy. I'm hot behind what that boy did last year. All right, moving on. James Harden, Jimmy Harden.
Okay.
That boy at 10 for me. Because he has improved somewhat defensively for me, but I really think that James Harden should be a two-way player. James Harden is big guy, stout. We know he got the lateral movement because he can Euro folks about their shoes. You know what I'm saying? But he just don't want to like that for real. But offensively, incredible. Went there to Brooklyn, proved a lot of folks wrong, and really fit in. I got Dame ahead of James at 9. Dame is the unquestioned leader of his team. Mr. Clutch, it's Dame time. You know what he's getting. He putting up great numbers offensively. But again, he's a one-way guy. I got Steph Curry at 8. Steph is the best one-way. What? No, I can't say the best one-way point guard because I got Luka ahead of him because Luka is considered point guard in this league. But Steph, now folks gonna say you got Steph Curry outside the top 5. He was top 3 in the MVP. He was top 3 in MVP, and his team was what, the 8th seed? Okay, top 3 in the MVP. And people like, well, he led the league in scoring. As I just said, Brad Beal was like a point behind him. So if Steph's supposed to be in the top 5, where is Brad Beal supposed to be? For all those people. Steph is a one-way player. They have to hide him defensively. And as you can see on my list, most of the guys that are lower are one-way guys. I got Jokic at 7. Mr. Do-It-All offensively. Defense is trash. His offense is incredible, but his defense is horrible. I got Luka at 6. He's another one who he needs to do more defensively, but as a one-way guy,
look at Joe.
That boy might be the best one-way guy.
Look at Joe.
Hold on. Y'all let that man finish now.
That boy might be the best one-way guy in this league right now. He just might be the best one-way guy in this league right now. We just saw what he even did over there in the Olympics by himself with a country of 2 million people. The only person that can say they played better than him possibly in these Olympics was Kevin Durant. Dang, all these other boys, Patty Mills did show out, but Luka was stupid. You know Luka was stupid. He carried that country on his back, but he carried the Dallas Mavericks on his back as well because Kristaps Porzingis played fewer games than CJ McCollum. And Kristaps Porzingis, when he does play, ain't doing nothing but standing at the three-point line, jacking up shots. He's not like that. He's not no unicorn. He's a little pony. And that boy still took the healthy Clippers to 7 games. Okay? That boy a problem. The only person that was better in that series than Luka was the guy at 5, Kawhi Leonard, because he's a two-way guy. Kawhi Leonard, his reputation is taking a little hit because no, he ain't the defensive player of the year no more. But that boy still was second team all defense last year and still giving you like 24, 25 points. Okay, he's still being their primary offensive weapon and being the best defender on his team. Kawhi Leonard still that boy just need to come to work. He need to drink some milk as well. Joel Embiid, I got him at 4. This could be Joel's league if he go ahead and drink some milk. All right? He needs some milk. That boy is unstoppable offensively. I sent my brothers a compilation of that boy doing every move in the book. Every move in the book, he got it. He got it on the block. He can penetrate on you. He can cross you up. He can shoot the trade ball. He can shoot 80-90% from the free throw line. And he's a second team all defender. He would have won MVP last year if he didn't get hurt, but then he showed me something. I was about to put Nikola Jokic over him, but Embiid showed me something in the playoffs. He got hurt, and he played through that on a little torn something in his leg.
That's real. That's real.
And gutted that out, and he's playing 4-on-5 offensively with Ben Simmons. I believe in Ben Simmons. Not as no second star, though. Ben Simmons can be a Draymond. Ben Simmons can be a Dennis Rodman. These are guys who one way. But Embiid did what he did with his second best player being a one-way guy, being scared to shoot a layup, and he still was out there working. Joel Embiid is at 4. At 3, I got LeBron Raymond James Sr. Bron is still a problem. Bron still put up 25, 7, and 7 last year. Brun still ain't nobody finna just ISO Brun and just go yeah. Now Brun ain't making those defensive rotations no more. He finna be 37.
Right.
If you are in your mid 30s, late 30s, and you hoop with some young boys, you know you ain't finna be rotating. You ain't closing out to the wing like that no more. But if they trying to attack you, you finna clamp up. That's what LeBron Raymond James Sr. does, and we know what he does offensively. KD is at 2. KD is a 3-level scorer. KD is probably the purest scorer in the league right now, but KD, he ain't sniffed no defensive team last year, no years before that. He ain't got a single all defensive team vote. Not a single one. Not a single one. He missed a lot of time last year. We know he missed time before that. Okay. And that's why Giannis Antetokounmpo, the boy from Africa, he is the best player in the world. He giving you an ugly 30 ball. KD giving you a cute 30 ball, but it's the same 30 ball. Giannis got a 30 ball in his pocket when he show up to the gym. KD got a 30 ball in his pocket when he show up to the gym. You know what KD ain't got? No clamp. He ain't brought no chain with him. He ain't brought no lock with him. None of that. This boy, we just saw him make one of the best plays in recent memory on defense in those finals. KD ain't finna make them extra actions like that. He not doing that. That would have been a dunk by DeAndre Ayton. And that's just one play. I could point to numerous plays. That would have been a dunk by DeAndre Ayton. Now, some might say, well, KD lit up the Bucks. KD was being guarded by PJ Tucker. That was a coaching move made by the guy who T hates, Budenholzer. Maybe he was trying to keep them fouls off Giannis. Smart move. If I got a great defender in Drew Holiday, I got a great defender in PJ Tucker, and I don't have to put my stud, the guy who going my walking 30 ball, if I don't have to put him on KD and get them fouls on him, maybe I'll make that move. I don't know. But I know this boy, Giannis, has been a defensive player of the year. I know he was first team all defense last year. That was last year. First team all defense and a 30 ball. He's the best player on planet Earth. That's D-list America. Running 2K. Holla at me. You need to hire me so you can fix these NBA 2K ratings. Because y'all trying to be political over there at 2K. Y'all know Giannis is the best in the world. Y'all trying to make it a tie between Giannis and Bron and KD and Steph. It is not a tie.
It's not.
It's not a tie. And it's not KD. It is the boy from Africa. The boy from Africa. What are y'all thoughts? Let's go. I know what y'all hot with me about already. Just tell me why you hot.
I'm gonna let these young men.
Who finna light into me first? Let go. Pause.
So, I know you said Giannis play defense, right?
He does.
Don't just play
defense. Joe, you starting at the top. You're not even going at the bottom. Okay, go ahead.
Giannis would be a 1-level scorer, right?
Yeah. So was Shaq.
1 level, and he plays defense.
So was Shaq.
3 level. That ain't even what I'm mad at.
Hold on. Are we getting the same buckets?
No doubt. Getting the same bucket.
Same bucket.
Getting the same bucket. But now so KD and Luka, are they probably like the same?
No, KD a better defender than Luka.
KD is a defender.
Better defender. He ain't better than Giannis.
So
Giannis one of the best in the league.
So when you say better, we could be talking about 2.0 versus 2.1.
No. KD is not a defensive liability, but he's not one of the best. You don't come down the court on offense and say, hey, we finna attack KD right now. You don't say that.
Right. So Luka is a defensive liability, but
they hide
in
Luka
front of Steph.
Because that boy there is the offense. That boy is everything for the Dallas Mavericks. Without him, Dallas Mavericks would have had like the top 5 pick this year.
What was Steph this year? Draymond averaged a triple single.
And Draymond led that team. Draymond was that team's point guard. He led that team in assists, and he was first team all defense.
name recognition alone, because he ain't stopped nobody. But
What you mean? You cannot say Draymond's not a good defender now.
no.
Now,
He's a
the-
good defender,
he ain't-
absolutely.
He ain't the
No.
GOAT. He just
He's-
tapping on that.
he's
Hold
not
on,
what
I
he
got some
once
more for
was.
you. Did you
Okay.
know that Andrew Wiggins averaged more points than the Tim Hardaway Jr.?
Hardaway Jr.
Kelly Oubre averaged more points than whoever Luka got after that. He averaged more points than him. Steph, he had enough to not be no 8 last year. It's that Steph is a one-way player. Steph ain't the most clutch guy in the world either. And
Okay.
when you rely on them but the tray ball, the tray balls can be fleeting.
I disagree. And the reason I disagree
Because you love the tray ball.
No.
That's what you do. That's your game.
Before the year, where did I say the Warriors were gonna be at?
I know, so I don't know why you going to bat for him.
But because when I looked at that team, it was either Steph better score or they were not scoring.
No, that's not true. Them boys, Andrew Wiggins, a former #1 pick.
Oubre had his
he
worst
wanna get
year
me
ever.
started now. Oh,
Kelly Oubre was coming off a career high. That means when they got with them, you know how superstar supposed to make them better? Steph ain't make them boys better. Steph lacks leadership, if we're going to be honest.
So who is Luka making better?
The whole squad. Them boys would be a lottery team. They would be top 5 without him. You've seen the game.
So would the Warriors.
They were top 5 without him. I mean, they literally drafted Wiseman because of Steph not, you know.
And that boy, they didn't make the playoffs with him. They got put out.
But I'm just saying they was top 5 without Steph though.
But with them, what they do? They lottery.
As in the play.
With them. Now play in and they lost. They got put out.
That's true. Luka's not better than Steph.
How not? Because Steph can shoot better.
This is what I could tell you. Teams are gonna let Luka just score. They're not gonna let Steph just score because when Steph score, it's different. It's a
he
different,
led the league in scoring and they still didn't make the playoffs.
I know what Joe's saying on
told
that.
Me 30 ball is a 30 ball. No. It's different when Steph's scoring 30.
If it's so different when Steph's scoring 30, why did he have to get Kevin Durant?
They didn't have to. That was Kevin Durant.
No. They needed him. They needed him.
Well, they didn't.
I don't think they need him.
Look, the Golden State Warriors would not have a single championship if it wasn't for several factors. If Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love are healthy, they not winning in 2015. In 2016, KD and them should have beat them before Bron whooped them. Okay, we talking about how they score. It's a lot of guys scored the ball. Carmelo Anthony scored the ball. Bernard King scored the ball. Dominique Wilkins scored the ball. Dominique Wilkins used to be second in the league in scoring behind Mike, and nobody would go in the bat for him like this.
Where you had Steph at again? You talking like Steph just chopped suey right
No,
now.
I'm not. He top 10.
No. Don't do top 10.
Yeah, don't do
number
top 10. Give
light
these folks
skin
the
on light
exact-
skin
number 8.
crime.
My
right
God,
now.
Giannis not better than Steph?
Yeah, listen, Giannis is better than Stephen Curry.
Is KD not better than Steph?
Absolutely.
Bron.
I'll give that to you. I'll give that to you. I'll give that to you. But don't just ask it real fast.
I'm remembering that he was hurt.
Don't ask it real fast.
I'm
Today,
a LeBron fan.
LeBron James, one of the greatest players of all time. Don't get me
I'm
wrong.
gonna give you that, Brian.
I'm giving you that. I'm just saying, don't ask it to me real
No, but
fast.
you did that hesitation.
Go with the next one.
Go ahead, go with the next one.
Disrespectful.
Go with the
haven't
next
asked.
one. And T haven't even commented. You know what? I'm being disrespectful to T. As the host of this segment, I'm being disrespectful.
No. Y'all keep going.
I'm ready. Go ahead. Finish it.
Oh,
Yeah,
go.
Embiid last year, Embiid was not better than Steph.
I'm saying yes.
He ain't. He's saying.
Yeah,
I
am saying.
I'm
Because we
American.
got it.
Y'all see what I'm wearing? Okay, me and this
Yes.
man played basketball. We
We
won district
did.
championships. We went to the Coliseum together. We
Yes.
almost won a state championship.
I understand.
This man was a defender, and now he started paying lip service to defense. What
Hey, man.
happened?
What's your next one?
It's fatherhood. That's what it is. Fatherhood has softened this man's spirit. And that's a good thing. That's
Right.
a good thing.
But it's a bad thing as well.
But it's a bad thing when
Yeah.
it comes to this.
That's fair.
I'm gonna have to coach my youngin over there.
That's fair.
I
Number
used to
five.
gonna have him taking 30-foot threes. Okay.
That's fair.
I get to Kawhi. Kawhi's a two-way player, second team all defense. So T shaking his head. Last year,
Who is he?
Kawhi is still
Number two?
Kawhi Leonard versus Stephen Curry.
No, I'm saying number 2.
Oh no, he's a number.
No,
he
no,
had
no.
Steph
That's
in
his
it.
jersey number, right?
No, you just call him by a jersey number.
Oh,
Because he don't show up when you need him the most. He ain't there. Where he at?
I mean, you talking about coming to work?
What we talking about?
You
He
talking about
don't
coming to
come to
work?
work. He don't come to work.
Steph be having injury problems.
When?
This is Mr. Ankles.
This been so many years ago though.
Just last year, no, they got Wiseman because he broke his hand. That was just the year before
But that was a wrist. It wasn't the ankle. Everybody want to use the ankles.
that he stayed beat up too.
When's the last time he been
I
out for his
wanna-
ankles?
I want to say
Okay,
Kawhi
the wrist.
disappeared some games. Kawhi disappeared.
Steph
Kawhi be
disappeared
gone.
some games.
Kawhi be gone.
He be
He
disappearing.
be missing.
Like,
That's
yeah,
why
he don't
LeBron
be there.
considered himself the GOAT because Steph went blank in game 7
Just
and
saying.
got cooked by Kyrie. They
saying.
targeted that boy. They said, we're going to go at him.
You
we
do
gonna
realize. Okay.
What
you
Luka
just-
at again?
oh, look at top
Right
5.
No, he's 6. He ain't top
He's
5.
6. Excuse. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. He's
Right on-
6.
he right on the
He's
door.
six.
Everybody in my top 5 is either a two-way guy or they are not
Well,
a
here's
defensive
what-
liability.
Luka shouldn't.
Luka is not a defensive liability.
He's not in my
He said
top 5.
He said top 5. He said top
Okay.
5. He said
Now,
top
hold on. Y'all acting like I'm outrageous for this. Y'all do know that Luka was first team All NBA the
Because he-
past 2
because he-
straight years.
Because he a point
Hey,
forward.
I respect what you saying on Luka.
Like
Luka's the truth.
most of the
Let's-
NBA world agrees with me on this.
He a
Let's
point
say
forward.
that.
He a point
Hey,
forward.
most of the NBA media
He's
agrees
sexy,
with
and
you.
he's sexy.
That's who
But
I-
we're not. But
that's
we're
what
not
we
gonna
are.
validate. We're
That's
not
what we
gonna
are.
validate. No, we're not
Are
gonna
we not
validate the
media?
NBA media on this
It's-
show.
It's sexy.
We're
Like
gonna
Luka.
validate the guys who know the game. That's the difference between these people who are picking favorites versus what we know to
Sexy.
be true.
If I'm picking my
Luka's sexy.
favorites,
If you're picking
if I'm picking my
today
favorites, my
for
top 5
game
gonna have-
changers in the NBA, are you telling us, your brothers, and the world that if you're picking a guy that can change the game, that you're going to pick Luka Doncic over Stephen Curry? That's all I'm asking right
based on last year.
now. Based on last year. That's
Yeah.
what I'm asking. And if
Yeah.
you can do that, that's fine.
That boy
No,
Luka.
she shouldn't do that.
You shouldn't do that, but if you want to do that, that's okay.
It's his
Y'all,
list.
y'all,
It's his
y'all,
list.
It's
y'all,
your list.
It's his list. I ain't gonna problem. I ain't gonna
y'all
problem.
held on. Ray Earl Coleman Jr. told us. He told us this is the new NBA. Quit holding on to that old stuff. He
I
told
totally
us that.
agree. I totally
Okay.
agree.
That's what y'all are doing.
No, I'm
Y'all
telling
hold it
you that Steph Curry last year was literally unguardable offensively.
And that all he did was lead the league in scoring.
And
He
all
scored-
he did was lead the league in scoring, right? Luka
I've seen
Doncic
that.
does nothing. And you just said this, does nothing on the other end. So we're talking about one-way
Neither-
players.
neither-
The
neither
better
one.
one-way player is Stephen Curry,
No, neither one does anything on the other end.
right?
Luka scores the ball, rebounds the ball, assists the ball. He's
Well, now,
assist-
brother, wait a minute now. You've
Hold
told
on.
us, you
He
told us in
assists the
private
ball.
and in public that rebounding in the NBA is
It's-
nothing.
it's
It's
cap.
just being
It's
available.
cap. But who you taking to get you a board when they
doesn't
finally go?
matter.
Hold on, when they finally try to go get a board, who you taking to get a board, Luka or Steph?
I'll take Draymond because it doesn't matter. Because at that point, it doesn't matter.
That's not that's
But
not
ain't
the
Steph
question.
6'3"?
Whoa, I got a question.
That ain't
And
his
Luka a
fault.
point forward.
Who you taking to get a board?
Now, if you'd have said Fat Lever or Luka Doncic, that
come on, man, who you taking, Steph or Luka?
To get a
taking
board, it
Get a
doesn't
board.
matter.
Rebounds is cap.
It doesn't matter.
In a game situation, when them boys trying to go get a board, I ain't talking about when they just sprint back on defense and they just letting the ball drop to the ground.
Well, listen, if they're
Luka
trying to
better-
get it, if they're
Luka
trying
better
to,
do better rebounder than him. We know
if they're
that.
trying to get a board, I don't see either one of them trying. Literally, like
Okay,
we've
but
had this
y'all
conversation. You
dodging
have
the-
told
this is-
us.
y'all dodging the question.
No. I'm not dodging the question, but you
I
have
know what
told us.
I'm saying. It
You
right
have
now.
told us that quite literally rebounding is nothing in the NBA
If
now.
that's my
Yes,
choice,
they
my
only
team not
do it
getting
in
rebounds.
spots. They only do it in spots. It's only certain
Right.
parts of the game that they try to get a board.
Luka, because he's 6'8" and he's
So-
point forward.
There it is. That's
Okay.
easy.
That's what you
Okay.
need.
Okay.
Okay, now,
Okay.
who's
That's
the better-
fine.
Now, who's the better playmaker, Steph or Luka?
Steph.
Stephen.
Draymond and average. Draymond led the
Who is Luka passing the ball to? Who he playmaking for? Because he don't play make for nobody.
He don't play
Because
He's
he got-
shooting.
Well,
He
how
doesn't understand, and that's the whole problem
how
with
he getting
Luka.
these
He
assists?
doesn't understand the concept
in
of
trouble,
playmaking.
When he's in trouble,
When he's in trouble, he
When
is
he's in trouble,
avoid
and he
passing,
just
what I
gives
call
it
it.
up.
He's
Ooh,
avoiding the
this is-
turnover, so he's just kicking it out.
This is what I say.
And-
Where
and
you
Steph-
got Luka at, the way you're talking about Luka, Russell Westbrook should be in that spot then.
I'm telling you. I'm just
Westbrook should be
telling
in
you.
that spot then.
No,
The
West-
FGAs are impressive. Luka Doncic is amazing, America.
No,
Let's
you
not
not.
get this
No,
twisted.
don't give them that. Don't qualify
no,
it.
no.
Don't
Let's
qualify it.
not get this
Let them
twisted.
tell. They don't think Luka should be in the top 10. Let them tell.
Luka Doncic is amazing.
This
Luka
is
Doncic,
horrible.
when he's done playing basketball, better be one of the top 10 players of all time.
This is
That's my
hard.
personal opinion.
This is hard. I would say what it is, but I'm not gonna say what it is.
But you can't say that to me because I had Nikola Jokic in
That's
my
what
top
it is.
5.
Because
I had
he won-
Nikola Jokic in the
if-
top
If
5.
he didn't win the MVP, you wouldn't have said that.
No, I think
If he didn't
Nikola
win the MVP,
Jokic. I think Nikola Jokic dominates a game without scoring. I'm very impressed by that. Anytime somebody does that, Nikola Jokic jumps literally this high off the ground, and night in and night out, guys cannot figure out how to stop him. That's
Y'all-
dominance. What
Okay,
you talking
tell me
about with
this.
Joel
Y'all-
Embiid, very impressive.
Y'all going to bat for Steph, but not Brad Beal. Why not?
Yeah, I
Oh,
can't.
they
I can't
won.
really.
Hold on, he's 1 point behind still.
no,
Steph led the
I
league in
no,
scoring.
no, I
That's cool.
newsflash. He's in my top 15. Newsflash.
That's cool. Hey.
He was
He's in my-
outside your top 15.
Oh, you
Don't
wasn't in
worry
my
about
top
it.
15. No.
He's in my top 15.
No.
I haven't done my list. He's
I can tell you
somewhere
that right
between
now.
10 and 15.
Yeah.
He will
Okay,
be in my top 15.
So
Fantastic player.
But why not the big deal? They 1 point behind him. That's all Steph claimed to fame last year with leading the league in scoring.
That
That's
was
it.
his claim to fame in your mind. In my mind, Steph Curry is a creator. The
How so?
fact that when Steph Curry crosses half court, he's a shot opportunity automatically gives his
Dame is
teammates
too.
the opportunity. I agree. That's why Dame is in my top 5, right? What I'm telling you is that when Bradley Beal crosses the court, nobody's expecting him to create. You have never heard anybody say Bradley Beal is a creator.
For
himself.
I will say this about Luka
himself,
Doncic.
yes.
Now,
They ain't worried about Steph to create when he crossed half court. They worried about him to shoot.
That's
Dallas-
the first dynamic. Absolutely.
No, that's what they worried about him to shoot. He's
That's the
greatest-
first dynamic. I got that. That
Draymond
part
is
is
the
absolutely
playmaker.
true.
Hey, Draymond averaged 9 assists last year. He's the playmaker for that team. He's the point guard for that team. He's the leader of that team. Steph ain't
We
the
may
leader.
we
Okay.
may have
Hold on, wait a
different definitions of
Listen.
playmaker.
That's what
Listen,
I'm gonna say.
Just because you
Draymond-
play point guard doesn't make you a playmaker. It just makes you the point guard.
Can I ask you this?
And
A lot
Draymond
of-
is
a
getting
lot of-
Draymond
assists
is the
off them
player.
just curling around and he throwing it and they shooting. He's
Yeah,
not
that's all that is.
like-
That's not impressive.
So how is Steph setting the table for everybody else and all he doing running pin down?
because everybody is looking at him.
That's
And you know who else they
playmaking.
looking at? Luka Doncic. He's the entire
Yes.
offense.
But Luka Doncic passes when he is in trouble. He
You know who
doesn't
else- you know who
pass
else did
as a
that?
let me create.
You know who else did that? Michael Jeffrey Jordan and Kobe Bean Bryant did the same thing.
Listen, there's nothing wrong with. I'm not telling you he's a bad player. There's nothing wrong with that. That's a great thing to have that
You
ability.
just got him at the wrong spot.
You
That's
just
all.
got him at the wrong spot. And listen, we may have this conversation next year, and Luka Doncic may lead the league in
No,
scoring.
y'all better not say no. No, y'all no, don't fool with him.
Luka Doncic may very well be
I
like,
know.
hey,
I know. what
we
this
may
is.
come back and Luka Doncic be like, hey man, he's top 5, and I'll tell you, yes, he is.
No, I know what this
Okay,
is.
wait,
I know what this is. This is
Whoa.
this America First stuff that Donald John Trump was pushing. These boys have
So-
embraced America First. They don't like European ball. They don't
So
like
don't-
Euro ball.
What's
You
wrong with
can't say
Nikola
that about me.
Jokic?
You can't
Hey,
say that about me.
Nikola
because you
Jokic
put-
top 5.
You just did that because he got the MVP. Because
Because
you,
he got
you
the MVP.
Giannis over KD. You won't embrace
The brother
that?
from
Why?
Greece.
I know. You want? I got Giannis over KD. You won't got him over KD.
He's number 2 on my list.
He should not be. He's
2
the best
of
in
the
the
top
world.
5 guys on my list are from outside of the
Quick-
United
quick
States of
question.
America.
So,
Giannis
Wells,
Antetokounmpo is the best in the world.
Wells.
He just is. It's just a fact right now.
For a career, Steph has averaged 6.5 assists. Luka Doncic 7.7.
Why you telling me that? That's a,
Because I'm still saying like the assists, like it's there. Like the
That's-
assists
Luka
Can I ask you a
better.
question?
there.
Can I ask you a question?
That's
Who's
over.
wet?
That's
Who-
one over.
Who's wet? Who's wet like that on last year's Golden State team? Who's wet like that?
Steph.
No,
Who wet?
outside of Steph. Outside of Steph.
Who wet?
like
Who
that?
wet like that on the Dallas Mavericks?
They just set the
No,
record.
no.
I can't talk.
Okay.
I can't talk.
I asked you a question. You're not answering my question.
Can I answer it?
You're
I'm trying
not.
to answer it.
You
How am I
go-
not answering it?
I said who wet?
And let me answer the question.
I need a name.
Give me a second. Let me answer the question. Just last year, just in 2019, 2020, they had the best offensive efficiency of any team in NBA history.
Why is
That's
that?
fact.
Why is that?
Because it ain't just Luka. It's
Tim Hardaway.
Hardaway,
to cover up the ball.
it's Finney Smith.
The
It's
year
all these
before
boys
that,
shooting
Steph,
the rock.
Hardaway and
Curry,
Finney
Finney
Smith.
They shooting the
Look
rock.
at the name. Okay.
Seth
See, you
Curry.
stuck on the names, but these boys were scoring the bucket.
I know these boy
2 years
names.
ago, bro.
I did what I do. That's all
I know
do.
these boy names.
They scoring the bucket.
This is all I do. This is literally all I do for a living.
I understand that. You was quick. You quick.
I know
I
what
get
I'm
it.
doing.
That's why we saying you misplaced him.
No.
Because you always do this. You may have overlooked and you just put him in there.
That
No.
man is great.
No.
Remember now, when we're talking top 10 players in the NBA, America and his group, but mainly America, when we're talking about top 10 players, you're talking about guys that are clearly not only the best player on their team, but every night they are bound to do damage that makes everyone talk about them. So James Harden, Kawhi Leonard, Luka Doncic, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, LeBron James. These are guys that we already know are game-changing players. What you're seeing right now, and I appreciate this, by the way, what you're seeing right now is what goes on in our text group. Every
you see how
day.
slick Joe is. Joe want to be slick and go to Joe want to be slick and go to career number of assists. He didn't want to go to last year. The boy only 22, by the way. But last year he averaged 27.7 points, 8 boards, and 8.6 assists. That was last year.
Right.
So his numbers have gotten better. These are the kind of numbers that got folks like JoJo saying, oh no, it might be close between Mike and LeBron.
And
These
Bron.
are the LeBron numbers that he's doing at 22 years old.
Now, but you got to bring in a success when we talking about those two.
At 22, Bron ain't had no success.
Well, no,
What
I'm
you talking
not
about?
saying at that age.
He
I'm
went
just
to the
saying when
final. He
we
led
have
the team to
those
the finals.
discussions-
He led the team to the finals in the East at
Right.
22. Okay. But this boy right here
Mhm.
is a problem at 22 as well.
Steph was 32, 5, and 5.
32, 5, and 5.
Here's the question I think America wants to know, Wells.
So 8.6 assists and 5 assists.
Because
on
we all seem to be against you on Luka. Tell America why you think we might be against Luka and why either we're off or like the rest of the country is off on Luka.
Now the rest of the country with me for
Right.
the most part.
That's what I said. So either it's us or the country. So
I don't
tell us.
think they think that Luka's better than Steph.
So tell us what we're
no.
missing. What we're missing on
At the
Luka
begin-
Doncic.
At the beginning of the year, Luka came in as the MVP favorite.
Okay,
Well, we know the MVP award is a team. Your team has to have.
a little bit of
pretty good
success. Right.
success.
Yep.
So he got the numbers, but with Porzingis playing 40-some games and all that crap, and the great Tim Hardaway and the great Penny Smith.
Dorian Finney-Smith.
I don't like how you said that because
I
this
mean,
is
y'all
what-
telling me these guys
Here-
cold now.
here's
Yeah.
what I'll say.
Y'all telling me these guys cold now.
If
They
you
cold.
look at that Clippers Maverick series, if Tim Hardaway didn't shoot great, They lost.
You can say that by any team.
Like-
If Scottie Pippen didn't finally start hooping, the Bulls were gonna lose.
No, what I can say is with Steph, those players weren't doing much. Like those guys, like you realize, like all of those guys are like tradable pieces that they was trying to package this year to move up in the draft.
Andrew Wiggins averaged 19 points last year.
That's what the stats say. But this is what I'm saying.
You just gave
We
me
know-
stats on Steph.
No, this is what I'm saying though. If Steph was averaging 19 points, his points is different because he affects everything else.
But I'm
'Cause the
talking about his
entire
teammate
defense-
averaged 19.
But what I'm saying is, we know in the NBA, you're gonna put up the points. You can put up 19 points and really shoot horrible. That team shot. Anybody that watched the Warriors, they was literally sitting there saying, pretty much, these boys need Clay back.
He shot
They
48%
need Clay
last
back.
year.
Oubre played so bad. You see where he at now.
Andrew Wiggins shot 47% and 38% from three last year.
What did it do? What is he there for?
You know how I
What
feel
is he
about
there
Andrew
for?
Wiggins.
What
You know
is
how I
he
feel
there
about
for?
Andrew
He
Wiggins.
played
Andrew
better
Wiggins-
than
Don't even
Andrew
come to me with
narrative-
that.
supposed to
the
replace-
narrative was
Don't even-
these
don't
boys
even
were
give me
trash.
nothing
These
about
boys
Andrew
were not as
Wiggins.
trash as folks talking about
Don't
last
give me
year.
nothing about
Them
Andrew
boys-
Wiggins.
I literally was looking when I saw
Ain't
them
nothing I
against
need to- ain't
Memphis.
nothing I need to talk about
Those
Andrew
boys,
Wiggins.
that team was horrible.
That's one game. We talk
Look,
about
Even
70
Draymond was saying that he was horrible this year.
We talking Draymond. Come on now. Draymond also said he
This
the
the
GOAT
same
defender.
guy that said he's the best defensive player.
I
So
know
what
that's
you're
right.
saying is,
That's what I'm
Will,
saying. So we can get that out the way.
Wells, what you're saying is that Luka doesn't get enough credit. At least what I think you're saying. Correct me if I'm wrong. You're saying Luka doesn't get enough credit as much as Steph would as a one-way player of elevating his team.
Of
You think
course
Luka
not.
doesn't get enough credit?
No. They had comparable teammates last year. You can argue Steph had better teammates since he got a teammate that made first team all defense while averaging 9 assists. You can argue that Draymond had I think most people would probably say Draymond had a better year than Kristaps Porzingis last year, especially since
I
Kristaps
would.
Porzingis
I
played
would.
like
I
40.
would.
That's his second best player. Only played 40 some odd games, and when he
I
did
say
play,
that.
he was just
I
standing
say
out
that.
on the outside.
I'm cool with
And
that.
he still had a better record than them because of his play.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
You literally telling me if you got the number one pick and the two players that's there is either Steph or Luka, you're taking Luka.
I just might.
Now, that might. And I'm telling you, ain't no way I'm taking Luka. It ain't no might.
And I'm telling you, it's because
I
of
know,
nationalism.
I know.
America.
Steph, even without the ball in his
That's
hand,
because you're a red-blooded American.
Look at
That's
that.
all that is. You're
America.
a flag waving, apple
The name
pie
of our group
eating
text.
America.
I'm so thankful to be a part of this. America, the name of our group text is called The Brothers. Okay? What you're seeing right now, and I need y'all to understand this. What y'all are seeing right now, it's not fabricated. This is what we do every single day. All right. So this is just a piece of what we do. And it's real, man.
And
It's
this is how they
different.
treat me. Y'all see how they do me, America. At 3-on-1, they be treating me like this. I am the black sheep of the
So
family.
here we go.
Y'all see this?
Now,
Y'all
we
see,
just-
I'm glad y'all got a chance to see
we
that I'm the
just
black
did
sheep
Ray like this
of the
last
family.
week.
No, y'all show compassion to Ray.
No, they
Y'all
didn't.
show
No, they
compassion
didn't.
to Ray.
America, go back. First of all, if you're a loyal viewer of this show, thank you, by the way. And so you know what he's saying is not true. Because when I brought my 15, I got flack from the very man who's offending himself right now for picks like Jamal Murray,
I
right?
ain't do him like that.
So this is it. This is the beauty of the NBA, really more so than any other sport, too, by the way. When you can have these players that have to play both ends. It's unlike anything else in baseball and football. You have the opportunity to truly assess a guy's value and what you think is important on both ends of the floor. You're seeing it now. And
I just want to say one thing.
yes, sir.
Andrew Wiggins is a more heralded Harrison Barnes. That's all.
Then what is Tim Hardaway Jr.? Y'all done built Tim Hardaway Jr. like he the next
Also
coming
America.
of Mitch Richmond or somebody.
The other important part for my brother
like he his daddy.
Is this America? I hope y'all, Tim Hardaway, Andrew Wiggins, Bradley Beal.
God bless y'all, by the way.
God bless y'all, man. Because y'all watching, we torching y'all right now.
No, man.
I ain't torching Bill. I got no problem with Bill.
Let me tell you something. I apologize to y'all. Hey, everybody that we're mentioning, the utmost respect for, because these guys are studs.
No doubt.
But sometimes it's just what your flavor is. And I'm just telling you, man, this is the best part of the barbershop text message in your neighborhood talk right here, man, because
who on deck?
The top 15, you know who we haven't mentioned out of all of this? And I thought Wells was gonna drop him in there. But as he started talking, he didn't. And so I kind of saw why. Nobody's mentioned Ben Simmons. You know who else nobody's mentioned? Jason Tatum. Why is that? Because I thought about Jason Tatum for my top 15, especially after he did like 51 night. And I really thought he kind of separated himself from Jaylen Brown. Why in either one of these lists did Jason Tatum or Ben Simmons not get a pick?
Ain't there yet.
Oh, I think Ben Simmons is kind of
self-explanatory.
Oh
Ben.
Yeah, Ben is self-explanatory. But what about Jason?
What Ben does defensively is amazing to me. Ben
Agreed.
will win a defensive player of the year, but Ben can't be like Draymond will make some attempts. My God, like
he will shoot a three. Absolutely. If you leave him open, he's gonna shoot it.
Like, come on, man. If Isaiah or Joe Dumars or Mike or Scotty pass it to Dennis, he gonna make the layup. You know what I'm saying? This man was tripping in the playoffs, and God bless him. He need to get some therapy and figure all that out.
Yep.
But no, he just. If you ever played 2K, I played the Sixers last night on 2K. I literally just sat in the other folks' lap. Like, pause. I literally just left Ben Simmons, went down there. They were trying to hit Embiid on the block. I just went on down there. And I'm like, bro, that's slick how this stuff is in real life.
In real life.
They really are not guarding that man whatsoever, which is why I give Joel Embiid so much credit.
So what about Tatum?
Tatum
is a question. That's big. That's big.
Because it took him so long to separate himself from Jaylen.
Yeah.
Because I really expected once Terry Rozier had left.
Yep.
I really expect Tatum to. It was his team, but then I started seeing Jaylen, and I'm like, well, maybe it's not Tatum team, maybe it's Jaylen, and you know that back and forth. That would be the only reason, probably why. I mean, I think he top 20 though.
Yeah. This is Wells' segment, so we're gonna let him end it. I will say, all in all, I am very much in agreement with the segment. I'm very much in agreement with the list.
This is just heartbreaking.
I ain't even tripping on his players. I'm just tripping on the arrangement.
Yeah, nobody. I think nobody on this list has a problem. I'll say it to you like this: compared to my list, they're more in agreement with the group of your players than they are with the group of my players. I think the arrangement of your players is what you are seeing that is getting you the grief that I was getting a few weeks back.
And I don't like that.
Oh no, and I think somebody
I put Drew Randall on there.
Yeah, you ain't had no business putting Drew Randall. I wasn't gonna say nothing about that, but you ain't had no business.
Randall was second team All NBA.
That's fine. That's fine. But you ain't had no business putting Drew.
So last year Jamal Murray was better than Drew Randall.
Well, last year Jamal Murray tore his ACL, so
he should be on your list.
No. I'm going off the last real action that I've seen from a guy. The last time I really saw Jamal Murray just
last year
as a before he tore his ACL, he was still cold. And when we saw him at his best in the bubble, Jamal Murray was talked about before Nikola Jokic.
But before he got hurt last year, he was averaging 20.
That's the truth. Before Drew Randall, I got you. Before Drew Randall did this, what were we saying about Drew Randall?
But I'm talking about last year. That's what we talking about, right?
I get that. Okay, well, let's talk about this year then. Let's not even talk about last year. When Drew Randall got in the playoffs, what did he do? He
That was my
vanished.
problem.
That's why I got him 14 instead of
No,
higher
He
than
should
that.
not be 14 though. He should not be anywhere. That's really the only problem I got with the list. Ju Randle literally took a team.
That's
So the leader of his team,
that's the
Correct.
Jamal Murray, not the leader of his team. Jamal
can be
Murray, not a defender
argued,
like
though.
that. Ju Randle,
Hey,
he was not a defensive liability. I put it like that. He was not.
I
a
agree.
defensive
I agree with
liability.
that. I agree with that.
Okay.
Okay.
Ju Randle. No disrespect to you, by the way. We
Listen
talking about
to-
elite. We talking about elitism now. So just
This-
understand that.
This man averaged 25, 10, and 5 last year, man.
No doubt. Ju Randle. Hear what I'm
So how we
saying?
gonna put Jamal Murray over a guy that averaged 25, 10, and 5?
Ju Randle, you the man. But watch this. Everything you said about Luka, when it was time for Ju Randle to do everything you said that Luka does for a team, he vanished. They
Jamal
needed
wasn't
Ju
even
Randle.
there. I'm just talking about
Because-
Jamal. And
Jamal
Ju
Murray wasn't there literally because he suffered an injury.
Randle.
That's
you gotta,
not
you
this.
gotta dock him for that.
No, you don't dock him for that. You just say that's the reality of what happened to him.
Okay, well, AD top 5 then. If we ain't gonna dock him for injury, AD should be top 5.
No, before AD went down for injury, he was trash then. AD
He
wasn't
averaged
doing
more
anything.
points than Jamal Murray and was a better defender.
But his impact was different, and you know that. You know his impact was different.
Is it so? Jamal Murray had a better impact than Anthony Davis before he got injured.
No, but Anthony Davis is higher on my list. Anthony Davis is in my top 10. He's higher on my list than he is yours.
But Anthony Davis, what I'm saying, you saying about injury. Me and you both got him 10 and 11 because of injury, right?
Anthony Davis suffered Jamal Murray suffered an ACL injury, literally to the point where he can't get on the floor.
I got to dock him for that.
I get that. I understand that. I'm not saying that Jamal Murray should be in your top 15. That's just my pick for my top 15.
But
what
Ju
I'm saying is
Randle-
an able-bodied person played the entire season, but when it came to comparable competition, the young guy from Atlanta said, I'm going to go and I'm going to elevate my team. Ju Randle said, I'm going to go, and then when they need me, I'm going to fall back. That's facts. I don't want no stats on that. I'm just telling you, when we all watched the game.
Jamal Murray, he wasn't even there for his team.
But when we all watched the game, we said the same thing about Ju Randle. All of us on this panel, when we watched the game.
Not to compare to no Jamal. That's why I got him 14.
No,
He ain't top 10,
I
he ain't
got
top
you.
5.
I got you on that.
And Devin Booker
Devin Booker just went to the finals.
with CP3 and Aiden.
Well, Booker was hooping though.
Booker was hooping.
Booker didn't
But-
stop
but-
hooping
okay,
until they
okay,
got
this
to
is
the
what I'm saying.
finals and they started figuring him out.
So Bradley Beal, so we putting Bradley Beal under Devin Booker,
I am.
even though he averaged 31 points a game.
Ray is.
But we putting Steph Curry very high for leading the league in score. That's what I'm saying. That ain't adding up.
if there's a such thing, and this is where you can kind of get into trouble with it. If there's a such thing as a top 20 or top 25, then the names we're very much talking about are going to show up. Ju Randle will show up in that quote unquote honorable mention. Bradley Beal will show up. Jason Tatum to me will show up in the honorable mention. Yes, but this ain't the Deion Sanders said this. This ain't the Hall of Good.
Bradley
This is
Beal
the Hall
had
of Great.
31 last year and was all NBA.
Hey man, if your team trash, Wells, you did this.
Devin Booker was trash before. his
Sorry,
team was
got to
trash.
do this. Got to do this real quick. Wells, you're an amazing player. You are, you were, you always will be, right? We've had the conversation. When you played with superior talent, right? You got all these great players around you. You may not have averaged enough points. You may not have had enough minutes. But when everybody left, everybody was looking at you to take the FGA. Whether they were good or bad FGAs, you had to take them because, damn it, you just that good. That's Bradley Beal.
Well, that was Devin Booker pre-CP3.
I got you. I'm not devaluing CP3. You know how I feel about CP3. What I'm telling you is the first time Devin Booker set foot on a playoff stage, all he did was go nuts. That's it. That's all he did. And by the way, he's still less than 25. Bradley Beal has had the opportunity to say, again, if we're giving young guys credit for leading, Trae Young, your guy Luka Doncic, when they get on a stage, all they do is show out. Bradley Beal has had the opportunity to lead guys, man. This is not like this is Bradley Beal's first rodeo. All right. I've long said Bradley Beal was better than John Wall when we were hyping up John Wall. Bradley Beal was the guy that drove that ship. He just didn't have the flag. He's very, very laid back, chill dude. When it's time to go to work, you cannot be sitting there and saying, by the way, with another all-star in Russell Westbrook, and saying we can't even fight for the 8th spot. Not by your logic when we talking about Luka Doncic elevating guy. We just can't do that. We cannot do that. That's disrespectful to everybody on the list that you and I both have together.
So I just want to say that Drew Randall in the playoffs, he left a bad taste. Like what he did was like the Bron disappearing against the Mavericks. Like he couldn't be found.
Bron disappeared in the finals.
Like he couldn't be found.
So because of
and
Bron,
wait a minute, hold on.
Okay.
And not only that,
He
now
said,
you were
okay.
just telling me, you told me how great the Knicks defense was.
No, okay. Before you go into a next
Okay,
point,
okay,
let's stay right there. Then
Go ahead. Hold on, wait.
Drew Randall faltered in that series,
Right. So
and you compared that to Bron faltering in
right.
in
That's
that
my
series.
last visual of
I did
Drew
that.
Randall.
And Bron faltered in that 2011 series, right?
Yes.
Was Bron not the best player in the world that year?
Was he?
The year they played in the finals? Yeah,
2011
absolutely.
was
Absolutely.
Even though he nutted up in that final, even
No,
though
no,
he
no.
messed up in that,
Yeah, he was
even though
the best player.
No, I ain't gonna say that. Even though he messed up in those finals, he still wasn't the
Okay.
best player in the world that year.
I think so.
I would say yes.
Okay, but the last taste you had in your mouth was how he got outplayed by Jason Terry, right?
Right.
So if you gonna do that for Bron because he messed up in that series, why you dropping Drew Randall just out of the 15
No problem.
for messing up in the one series?
I can answer that because of what Bron did in the previous years before the finals.
We're not talking about previous years.
No. But this is what I'm saying. It's a track record. That's why it's hard.
Bron had only been to one finals at that point.
No. I ain't talking about the finals period. I'm just talking about what he does. Drew Randall just became Drew Randall.
We just talking about. Maybe we wrong on this. I'm talking about last year.
Even if you take that one
year,
year, though.
Last year, but Bron got hurt. What is he doing in your top 3?
Yeah, that's true.
Bron still. Come on now.
I'm just saying, if we talking about last year,
go back to that Mavericks year.
I had to dock him.
Top 3.
That's why I'm docking him because he
go back to that Mavericks year.
Bron would have been the best in the world.
Go back to that Mavericks year.
Bron would have been the best.
LeBron was far and away the best player in the NBA, right? Hey man, Drew Randall is not the best player in the NBA.
Oh, come on, ain't nobody saying that.
I'm
looking at logic. I'm talking about the logic of.
But if we're doing that,
seeing him was he screwed up. Bron last time seeing him in 2011 was he screwed up. So you're saying, okay, because he screwed up, I'm docking Drew Randall. But we're not saying the same thing for LeBron. I'm not talking about they. Come on now,
right?
Drew Randall ain't.
But this is what I'm saying. 10. I'm not saying Drew Randall not good. I'm saying he's not top 15.
But look who we putting over him. We're putting a guy who got hurt and was the second best player on his team and it was averaging 20 then.
Who you talking about?
And Murray.
No, that ain't my list.
That ain't his list. That's my list.
Then why are you up here talking to me then, Josephus?
Because Drew Randall don't belong in the top 15.
He's talking about your 15
who you gonna put over Drew Randall then?
My list ain't came out yet.
This guy, God, it look like they some
stand by for next week.
Like they some J's coming out.
Yeah.
All they gonna have is point guards. Ain't gonna be a forward other than LeBron.
That's not true.
Ain't gonna be no big. It's gonna number point guard, number jackals.
Stand by for next week. I'm telling y'all, anywhere you go, you can have us 4 gentlemen on here, or you can have 4 guys from your group, right? 4 ladies from your group. It's gonna be the same thing. It's hard to narrow down 15 guys that you believe in based off what you value. I'm just telling you. I am just telling you.
Man, but it's fun challenging people on their picks, though.
This is disrespectful,
It's the best.
America. But y'all chime in, America. Y'all tell us what y'all think.
Send us y'all top 15.
Yeah, because y'all didn't do that last week. We want to see what you're talking
Seriously.
about. And let my brothers know why they being very disrespectful to you. Put it on the side. My kids wanted me to tell y'all to make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me across all social media platforms, like the videos, and share them. Did I forget anything?
And turn on the post notifications.
Y'all heard them. And also, visit Statement Tees, LLC.com and shop with us. That's Statement Tees. Every t-shirt you wear
Makes a statement.